What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're starting our daily uploads today. Hopefully, for the month of August, we are trying to post a video a day for the month, bar weekends. But sometimes I might post on weekends. But we're mainly trying to focus here on the weekdays. And we're starting today with a topic that I want to discuss, or not discuss, but I just want to give you my thoughts on how it's been going regarding this topic. And it is that the fact that I recently turned 21, and by recently I mean like in March, and just like the experience and how I've been feeling regarding this and the 21 experience basically, like they say, especially like it's a big age to be or to become, like your journey as an adult and everything like that. And for me, like, I don't know, when I first turned 21, like when it happened in March, I was very, I didn't feel 21, in terms of like being a big adult and responsibilities and blah, 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 and all that. It didn't hit me like as soon as it happened, because like I'm not like a homeowner or a car owner or paying any bills like that as yet. But I could understand where people were coming from, other people in my friend group or my peers when they turn 21 and they've got like certain things that change in their life now that they are like an adult. And even some people already that are 21 are paying like mortgages or cars off and stuff like that. I'm just not there yet, and we progress differently as individuals, and we are all different people. We have different experiences, we have different lives, we achieve things at different ages. But for me, when I turned 21, like I was excited in terms of like, wow, 21, woo, it's a big thing. But at the same time, I didn't feel 21 like I said. I still feel, I don't know, I don't want to say like a kid, but I still feel very, I don't know. I'm just gonna say like a kid. I don't want to say childish because that's the wrong word. But I still feel like a kid. I still feel like I'm not in the world's system yet, in terms of like, oh, you have to pay a house, you have to get a job and stuff like that. And obviously, when you turn 21, like that's 3 years out of high school. And like, I don't feel like adult life. I think that's the term I should use. I don't think adult life is, I've settled into adult life fully yet, you know? And I think when I turned 21, I think that was one of the biggest things that I felt needed to change in my life. I needed to focus more on my adult life and things in adulthood that you've got to take uh focus in terms of like getting a job, finding work, things like that. Start taking care of your own life, and deciding where you want to go, which path you want to go down in the future. Because as you grow older and things like that, your responsibilities change, your goals change. It depends on like what you want to achieve in life. Some people, they're looking to get married. Some people are looking to get married. Some people are looking to have kids. So that's all. Those are some very important goals. And in order to work to those goals, and or not goals, but um, achieve not achievements, life, like what they want out of life, basically. Like if you want to get married, you obviously gotta be in a position to get married. In terms of like uh being able to buy a house, being able to move out of your parents' house. But yeah, like I still feel very, like, I don't know, man. I don't feel, what I'm trying to say is that I don't feel like an adult yet, and I think part of me feels like I'm not getting this as soon as I wanted to, or I'm not getting there as quick as others are, and sometimes that makes me feel a bit um not sad. It makes me feel a bit like, oh man, I want to be where they are, in terms of, wow, look how independent they are. Look at them. They're driving. They sorting out this. Or they talking about, oh, I gotta make a payment on this and that. But I don't know if that's what I want to get to too soon. Because I mean, I've always spoken to like people, and people have spoken to me, especially when they're young. They're like, oh, you don't want to grow up too quickly and things like that. And I never got or fully understood what they meant, until your age and until you become that age eventually, like I remember school, especially, like people were talking about like, oh, you guys have it so nice in school, and to find a job or whatever. And we were just like, nah, school sucks. And I mean, looking back to be honest, like school and like primary school and high school was some of the best times of my life. I really enjoyed school, and I like the atmosphere and things like that. Obviously, there's the work and the homework and things like that. But now that you've like entered adult life, you're thinking of different things like tax and whatever. Because I actually went to SARS the I don't know when it was. It was a while back, and I had to go like apply for a tax number and everything. And that for me was like, oh my word, that then also it hit me of how I'm old. I'm not old, but like how old I am in terms of how I was. Of how old I'm, where I've got to get a tax number, got to start paying the government and all that. And that to me, like that hit me then. I was like, oh my word, like I'm really in it now. And I think now, a few months after I've turned 21, that I'm starting to have a mindset shift, a mindset change, and start trying to be more adult, do more adulting, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That means like pushing to get and achieve some of my adult life goals that I would like to achieve, and do it and try my best really, because like obviously it's fine. You still wanna relax, not relax. You still wanna take things easy. You still wanna kind of be a kid because you're like not even a teenager anymore. You're more of an adult, So there's not really any teenaging things to do, but yeah, like once you become an adult, the adult world is the rest of the world for you once you turn 21. And it's good to have fun. It's good to remain what's the word I'm looking for? It's good to remember who you are and things like that. I feel like especially when you become an adult, a lot of the things of the world it impacts you in terms of, oh, I've got to start paying bills, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, like life kicks in basically, and you like disregard or you forget basically all the stuff, the fun you had when you were a kid, because like now life is kicking in, adulting and all that. So you really want to focus on trying to balance both sides. And for the longest time, I've just been neglecting the adult side and just being like cruising, like, oh, I'm a kid, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And like, especially during COVID, like COVID was like 3 years, I think 2020 to 2022-ish, 3-ish, I think. Yeah, like we were indoors for a lot of the time, and those were the teenage years, that we had, or I had at least when I came out of high school, like when you turn 18, obviously. And then like immediately it felt that the COVID was such a weird experience that happened, and then bang, I was like 2021. So it happened so all of a sudden, so quickly and so instantly, and I didn't realize how much time has passed, or how old I've gotten since then. A lot of the things I'm still trying to understand, like, and come to grips with where I am in my life and where I'm wanting to be. But that is the main important thing that I've come to terms with, and I've shifted my mind towards, is starting to try and achieve things in my adult life as well. It's time to leave the time to fly the coop. What did I say? Time to leave the nest. That sort of thing. Start taking my life into my own hands. Start trying to achieve things that I want to achieve. Push and just do my best, because if you, for example, if you want to have kids, you got to start living in a way that prepares the future for them. Once you have kids and you want to bring them into the world, you want to be in a position to do so. That type of stuff, man. It's a huge thing. I mean, like I said, I feel like a kid still, but those things have been on my mind in terms of where am I going and what am I wanting to do in the future. But yeah, that's gonna be all, and that's briefly what I want to say. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Comment your experiences of when you turned 21 for the first time, how you feel about turning 21 if you're still needing to get there. And yeah, thanks for all the support. I'm telling you, we are going to be back properly this time. Like I said, we're going to be doing daily uploads, and I'd love to interact with you guys in the comments. So feel free to also leave a suggestion on something you want to see me talk about, or a topic you want to cover, or want me to cover, and we can discuss everything. Like I said, we're here, and I would like to connect more on the channel because I've been gone like very long. But I've got a lot of ideas and a lot of topics I want to talk about. But you guys will have to see what I am cooking. So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.